Good morning. Good morning. So I had to come out here and pull some stuff apart. I hope everyone is doing good this morning. I'm trying to. Oh, there is a bush in there. My husband asked me because this water sprinkler is spraying everywhere that it want to spray. And he was like, "Is there a bushing in the thing?" There is a bushing inside of it. Hey y'all. um, there is a bushing inside of it. Although let me put this one back where I got it from. So later on, if I need one, there is one. But I want to check this thing here because it act like the water don't want to go through it right. Ooh. Well, we got that on there. I don't want nothing to jump out this hole on me or nothing. Okay, everything in there look all right. Let me put that back. Maybe it go in there that way. Okay, we got that in there, and we got a new water hose. So since I already took it loose, and no, I'm not throwing away my old water hose. We gonna clip off of that water hose. um, the part that's broken, and we gonna save that too. We don't throw away no water hoses. You know, there is pieces that you can buy to reuse your water hose. Water hoses are not cheap. Water sprinklers either. So I'm here to tell you, reuse the things that you have. Please and thank you. Okay, let's see. Can we get us a good connect here so we ain't losing no waters and none of that type stuff when the sprinklers come on. I think it's gonna do better this time. Look like I got a good connection to it. You know, good connection. Y'all, and it's time for stuff to be harvested. I ain't even see if anybody said anything, but I hope everybody's having an amazing morning. Um, Gemini Vision. Um, trying to see Gemini Visions. Good morning. Good morning to you. I can't see the rest of your thing for whatever reason. It's blocking that out. Good morning, Lucas. Angel. Good morning. Good morning. I done came out here and I'm tired of seeing my water sprinkler shoot every which way but where I wanted to go at and not getting the correct pressure. So I'm gonna need it to act right because we ain't got the full experience since we went and got this bad baby and we ain't went and paid no $70 for no sprinkler for it not to do what it supposed to do. So I just want to make sure I connect it right to give its proper chance, so everything is looking good with it right about now. So I think we're gonna be good on that when we connect it back up. But I need to disconnect um some stuff over on the other hose. But you all yesterday, if y'all didn't get to check it out, we went and did a little bit of discussion on um can you bring correction to a elderly person. And I think it was a good conversation, and especially we didn't do no conversating about it beforehand, so none of us knew each other's perspective that we were coming from in that area. And so being that, you kind of want to time it, because these days people don't pay attention to things for very long periods of time, so you kind of like have to stick and move. So it was our first time like doing one together, but to find out um where everybody's perspective is coming from can open up a whole nother can of worms. And in conversation, sometimes we can be thinking that another person is wrong, or they thinking of it in a way like it doesn't make sense or whatever. If you take the time and stop and pause and know the perspective that the person is coming from, because maybe they have a story um as to why they do things the way that they do them. And because it doesn't make sense to you, then maybe if you get the story, then you understand it a little bit more, and make it make sense um in those ways. So I think it was good based off of we didn't know what perspective each other was gonna be coming from. Um and only to find out that we all have had experiences of being disrespected in those types of ways. But go, if you didn't get to see it and check it out, they're a lot calmer than I am about those situations or whatever. And I think they're a lot calmer because um they've had time to work on their situation longer than I have. I'm kind of still like the one that's no, I've been quiet for a long time. But also too, I believe that in any situation, you should be honest, especially if that adult person is asking you a question. You were sitting over there off to the side, quiet, minding your own business. You weren't even included in the conversation. But they mess around and ask you a question. I don't care what age they is. I feel like you should answer in honesty. And for those of you who don't like to get people's honest answers that they're gonna give you, then don't ask them no questions, is what I'll say. But you have to be, if you're gonna ask somebody a question, don't expect them to give you an answer in the way you want to get it. You have to be ready to accept. I'm saying if you ask a question, sometimes you get it even though you don't ask a question. But hey, um, I believe you should be honest with them. But argue and all of that stuff with them, no, not at all. Now, can it be sometimes where something can be sparked up in the moment? Absolutely, it can. But I would say, when it comes to the elderly, try to remain mostly calm and respectful, is what I'll say. But you all, I'm gonna go and see where I need to turn this sprinkler And see, today is one of them days where I came out and shared with y'all, and I didn't feel like I said sometimes I come out here. At least I did wash my face and brush my teeth this morning. And y'all would have had to seen the live from yesterday to know what I was talking about. Yes. Yes. What you want? So I think the part that I had to remove off of the water hose is about the same length of the water hose that I just bought. So no biggie. But I'm gonna remove this head off of this let me bring down some so y'all can see what's happening on this here table. So I have this right here. I've removed this part of the water hose from the rest of the water hose, and y'all see how raggedy my water hose had gotten. It wasn't spraying water nowhere, no none of that stuff. It still worked the same way any other water hose work. These water hoses be expensive. So I clipped off all of the parts that was the parts that look like this right here. And I'm now going to we buy these right here and keep a few of these on hand at all times. So when we do have issues with our water hose, we can take them loose and redo them again. So I'm about to get a screwdriver or possibly a knife or something, and I'm gonna unscrew this and I'm gonna reattach it to the other end that I just cut this off of and repair my own water hose. I'll be right back. Let me go and get something. And I'll tell you the two things that I want you to do later, okay? I said I want to tell you the two things that I want you to. It's just cutting something. Okay, y'all. So I went and collected this from someone. It's just as simple as, and this ain't the right kind of screwdriver, but you learn how to use what you got, you know. And I ain't never did this before. Usually my husband does this right here. Cause every time I get one, he don't never give me a chance. He gonna hurry up and go and put it together before you can do it. So that's how the men's work. So now I'm seeing it as I don't went and I go and buy them and everything, but I've never put one together myself. And so now what I'm trying to do is get this to come out of this part right here. It's got a good old suction around it. So and there it is. I took that off of there. Take this part. And y'all, I have never did this before. Oh my gosh. Let me quit. Okay, let me take y'all around here because where um the water hose I cut it off at, it doesn't reach over here in this area. So I have to come around here and meet the water hose so that we can put the rest of it together. So here is the end of the water hose, what I just cut off just a few minutes ago. I'm gonna take, I think I better put this part on here first because of the way I looked at it, right? That's the way we took it off of the, so I'm gonna put that one there first. And then I'm gonna stuff this inside of this hose. This a pretty easy do-it-yourself repair, in my opinion. But again, I said I've never been the one to repair it before. My husband always come and handle it. So this time I was able to beat him to one. Okay, so I got it all the way pushed in on them. And I'm gonna bring this other piece back up and around, snug it around the sides of it. And then I'm gonna take my good old flathead screwdriver, even though this is a Phillip head. Um, it still works. And I'm gonna tighten this back up around it so we don't get this flying off when we get ready to turn our water back on. And we gonna see, is Miss Shauna Miss Fix It today when we turn our water sprinklers back on. But wait a minute. What the heck is I see up in here? Something went wrong. Real wrong. Cause look on the inside of there. I don't know if you can see it, but something, 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 something just ain't right. No, it don't look like we gonna get no water out of there. All right, maybe that's why husband did it. Cause I don't know what I was doing. I should have checked that. I looked in here. I'm finna blow up the water hose the way this thing looking inside of there. Like I got it all twisted up on the inside. I don't know how. Look at there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's like I stuck it in one part of the hose, but not in the other part of the hose. So let me straighten that out. You're gonna have an epic fail already. Okay, now let me try this one more time. I need to. It's like this need to be stretched out or something. I don't know. Yeah, I told y'all I don't be doing it. What you gotta do? Put some grease or something on it. Let me put this screwdriver down out my hand before I be done poke myself or something. Hmm. Maybe I need the screwdriver. Yeah, this what I get for thinking I know what I'm doing. Like it can't be that hard. What do you use? Some type of lubrication or something? I don't know. That's why I told y'all, Miss Shauna don't be knowing what she be doing sometimes. But it don't stop her from trying. Hopefully it's working this time. I don't know. It looks sketchy. Well, let's just see what we gonna get. Hmm. Yeah, I don't like the way it look. It's going down in there, but I don't think it's doing what we needed to do. Huh. I don't like the way on the inside it keep bunching up on the inside. I think it needs some lubrication. Oh my gosh. I think it needs some lubrication For real. I don't know. I don't know. Cause it's like it's going down in there and then it's not like it's bunching up real bad. Let me go get my scissors. Let me get my scissors and see. Child. Okay, y'all. I went and got my scissors. I'm gonna cut down the side of this a little bit. Cause I told y'all I don't know what I'm doing, but I see like it keep bunching up down the side. So I'm gonna see uh, can I cut a little bit of this from around the side to possibly get this thing in here right. Let me take this back out. I gotta do surgery on this water hose. I ain't never did this before. So ooh, did I just cut the wrong thing? Child. Listen, we learning over here together. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to fix this water hose. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I think we did enough of cutting from around the edge for me to get it to go where we trying to get it to go to. Okay, let's see. See this part right here keep going down inside the hose, and that ain't what we needed to do. We needed to go all the way around that part and the other part. Hmm. Y'all, it is so hot out here, and they said tomorrow gonna be 99. Gee whiz. That's Florida for you. Hot as hell. Which is why I don't want to go. Now this part of it is pretty frustrating to me. You know, maybe I'd have known this if I'd have watched him do it before. But I've never even watched him do it. And I'm getting my sweat on and I ain't barely doing nothing. But it's hotter than the mud out here. Look at all of that pushing, and that's as far as I got it so far. Like, in my opinion, it needs some lubrication. Period. This thing is, it's hard to go in here. Shoot. You go do it with a little bit of a twist. It's working. Oh my goodness. Shoot. Okay, I think that's far enough. Oh, I was gonna say, man, I done forgot to put this other thing on here. Whew. Thank the Lord I didn't forget. Okay, so hopefully this gonna work for us. So my husband don't get to say, you should have waited on me to do it. Nah, he wouldn't say that. He would just say, all right, I'll check it. I'll check on it. But this is good old sweat that I say you come out here and you sweat like this. Let go of some of the toxins that's inside of your body. Just rinse out. And then you go inside and take a shower and rinse all of those things off of you. Man, feels amazing once you go back inside and take a shower from that. Okay, so I'm collecting the other part of the hose. You know, the water hose, not, not them type. And we're going to connect these two together. This is my new water hose that I just got. And we're getting a good connection there. So hold on 1 minute. I'm going to hook you all up over here so you can watch the sunflowers as I go and set up um, our water sprinkler, and let's see what kind of action we get um, from our water sprinkler. Yeah, enjoy the view while I get us set up for this sound. Like I'm getting ready to DJ for y'all or something. Oh, I thought maybe I had y'all in the area where I was getting y'all all soaking wet. But I guess not. I guess I aimed it right. Not bad, not bad. So now let me come around and place this here so we can see that our water sprinkler is sprinkling. I love it when a plan comes together. I worked that out by my own self. See, I growed a little bit today, learning how to do something I ain't never did before, and that's change out a water sprinkler. Okay, well, repair water hose. But anywho, y'all see just from changing that out right there, I'm already sweating like crazy just out here in the heat. And I'm not going to there's a whole bunch of stuff over here that need to be harvested today. Ooh, I'm sweating. I ain't bringing no rag out here. There's a lot to be harvested. I'm not gonna harvest the sunflowers. We gonna let them stay on there. I showed y'all how they looking today and like how big the seeds were and everything on them. But on the other side of those sunflowers, there are a lot of black eyed peas. If y'all can look in between there, you will see that black eyed peas is all in the background of those sunflowers that need to be picked today. And that's one of the things the kids like to help do. So I'm gonna let them harvest those, and then I will make a video and show you all what we harvest out of the garden um on today. They got all of the red tomatoes from out of here yesterday, which was a grocery bag with tomatoes in it. The ones that we as the family eat ourselves. I have some of those, but we use our stuff almost immediately after, you know, getting it out the garden or whatever. So we use our stuff on a daily. But right now we got sitting our we got about I want to say we probably got about 10 plus pounds of potatoes, probably about 4 pounds of tomatoes, um, about 30 eggs, and ooh, I forget what all else in there that's waiting on the counter, and plus my seeds from my onions that we collected the other day, and it's a whole bunch of them. So there's a whole lot of stuff that I gotta be in tune with. And today, one of my kids like to destroy things, so I'm gonna let her dismantle um my garden bed that I have up there that I showed y'all with the lettuce in it. Because lettuce does not grow in the sun well at all like that. That's where I had it planted at when the weather was cool here, and it grows perfectly fine there. But when the sun come out, honey, it don't do nothing but send your lettuce straight to bolt, which means they turn into seeds. So I'm going to find an area in my yard that it don't barely ever the sun just barely be peeking through, and I'm gonna plant me some. I'm gonna run the tiller through there, and then I'm gonna just go through it, and I'm gonna sprinkle just loosely sprinkle me some lettuce seeds over there, and get me some more lettuce to growing. So because currently I have none, I have seeds over there seeding, but no lettuce. So I'm gonna do that. We got okra over there that needs to be clipped for my husband be saying we can't eat none of them things. It's like wood chips. So we're gonna harvest, get the kids to harvest the okra that's over there. I know you can't hardly see those or whatever, but they over there. They over there. Got baby ones, um, and big ones. So you will see them as they start to grow up taller and taller. Then you will see um that they are over there. Um, and I'm going to in between these sunflowers that's already growing here. Um, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start sticking more into the ground where they are. I'm not sure yet. I just probably create a whole nother space to grow them in. But I'm definitely going to grow more sunflowers. I may put them more out in the sun over over that way somewhere where I got some of the tomatoes at already. I may go ahead and just go back through that again um and put me some sunflowers over there so we can always have sunflowers out here in the garden. And on top of it, we have them and my chickens eat them and we eat sunflowers. We bake them ourselves and and they good for you too. Sunflower seeds, yes. So, um yeah, we gonna continuously grow these. I need to find me some colorful ones so it can have all kinds of colors growing in them. That's what I need to do. But and I'm always coming up with everything that what else I'm gonna do, knowing I already got enough. But no, not when it comes to growing no food and stuff. It ain't too much. But I'm definitely gonna plant more sunflower seeds. That's for sure. And I got them planted in the wrong area anyways because there's not a lot of sun over here on this side, which is why you see all of the sunflowers leaning towards where the sun is. It's pointed over, but you can see the one that's over there planted in an area where it's not supposed, it's just randomly over there. The stalk on it is bigger because it's out right in, it gets direct sunlight and it's almost like it's pointing straight up ahead above. Um and I think it's starting to get the head on it, but it looks so much more healthier than these right here. It's not a lot of sunlight in this area over here. So when these ones get done, trial and error, trial and error. I wasn't thinking when I came back here and planted these, and maybe this would be an area that I probably can do more tomatoes over here when I pull, um, the sunflowers up over here. I just have to see because sometimes they advise that you not plant certain things where you had another thing planted at sometimes. But sometimes I told you I'd be going against the grain. I plant, I plant whatever, however I want to, and then I learn from it later on. All I care about is I continuously be growing things out here all the time. So that be my that be my whole thing. I love to see things grow, especially when you add your own life to what it is that you going, that you growing. Um, I get to constantly see my growth, what I'm learning out here. Um, you know, as I go along and make my mistakes and really really great decisions. So we gonna see. I think it would have been better for me not to have plant my one single bell pepper plant out in the direct sunlight. I ain't read the directions. I ain't read the directions on it. So um it is what it is. It's doing good, but right now the one thing that's going wrong with this the bell pepper is there is definitely a worm over there eating my leaves and stuff on it. So Somebody don't have to check on that because we don't play with none of that type of stuff over here. I looked over there and I can see the little seeds or whatever, not the seeds, but the little eggs that the butterfly done laid over there. So whatever over there is big. Um, and Shauna ain't got time for it. So somebody will be coming out here to check on that, preferably immediately. But you know, we learning. I think we did good with our black eyed peas. They probably could have been out more in the direct sunlight, but I'm figuring it out as I go. So I already got one area over there cleaned up where we had the cabbages over there, and most of the cabbage did not come up. So we ain't worried about those. But our broccoli over there looking pretty good. Stretching theyself out. But yeah, let me turn y'all back around to see that our our representation of peace and happiness. That yellow. And y'all, to be honest with y'all, I didn't even checked on the growth of do we see any carrots growing. I see a whole bunch of weeds look like to me, but I ain't seen no carrots yet. They might, it don't mean that they ain't down there. It's just I ain't seen it. We ain't really been out here like that. Yeah, the water sprinkler is working amazing today. It just needed to be put together right. And shout out to my daughter. She tried to do it. And I let it rock and roll her way for a little bit. And now we done put it together in the right way. And she doing her thing. She doing just what I thought she would do. If I position her in the right way, she can water the entire thing all at one time, which is the reason why I got it. And so now I know if I just situate it in the right way, it can water this entire thing. So I can water the garden in two sections um, every day. Oh, I'm so happy to be finally getting my voice back. We actually went on to Star Maker for a little bit last night, and as I'm gaining my voice back, my sister losing her. Shalissa voice going away while I'm gaining mine back. I'm trying to chill out a little bit and let it go ahead and completely heal from all of this screaming and yelling I've been doing. Now I started to bring the laptop out here in the garden today so that I can do like a sister talk or something like that. But no, we gonna do a sister talk or whatever where I drop the link and stuff like that. to chat it out. I already said that I was gonna do it, but I'm gonna have to schedule it. So we doing what we doing pretty early. Maybe later on, then I got enough time to do it or whatever. And I hate to be telling y'all like what I'm gonna do because every time I end up trying to tell y'all I'm gonna do it or something like that, then something always end up coming up, because it's life over here like a box of chocolate stuff be coming up. And sometimes I just be straight tired. This sun be beating down on you. And yeah, so it ain't the same kind. Like in the wintertime, man, it wasn't nothing to be busting out that door and stay out here all day long. But that sun does wear and tear on your body. And I think what I gotta do is like switch it up. Cause never before have it been so hot that I can't come out here and stand it or whatever. But I think in the beginning when the wintertime first go away, it's always intense trying to get back out here and get used to this heat like this. But also too, um all of that sun like that is not that great for your body. Um for your skin, I'll say. But it's something to get used to this kind of heat once the wintertime has gone away. What I need to do is I need to get me a little tent because then my husband won't be saying, you need to come from out there in that sun. It's too hot out there. Or you need to put this on, or you need to put that on when you go out there. I get me a little bit of tent or a little umbrella or something that I can pick up and move around with me everywhere I go. Then I can still come out here, and not have the sun beating down on me. Because am I going to tell y'all I'm going to put on sunscreen and all of that stuff every day? Mm-mm. I'd be lying if I told y'all to. Just like I told y'all I was going to wear these boots. I still got my boots and I will put them on. But to be honest with y'all, it's something about coming out here and just having on my slides and just let the soil be inside you. Only thing I hate about it is I hate for the dirt to get up under my toenails and stuff and make like the creases of my toes dirty. I hate that, but still, I like having the soil against me. I try not to get it so much under my fingernails, but it is times that the gloves are so irritating. I just want to dig into the dirt with my hands, and no matter what I do, if I wear gloves while doing it, eventually I end up, before I go inside the house, I end up taking the gloves off in some kind of way. I got to get my hands into the soil before I'm finished. Pull the cattle panels. You can lay them down on the ground in front of the area where they at after that, and then pull the bamboo sticks. And if they still good, I'll take those bamboo sticks and I can use them back here. And then we'll just cut some more to redo that up there. Cause we got that salt, we got that hand the pole saw. It's easy to cut with that. Okay, sorry y'all. I had to turn the volume off. My one of my kids was coming to ask me something. So no, we just chilling. We just chilling in the garden. In the garden today. I have some things that I want to talk about, but uh, some things I don't want to talk about in the garden. Other things, yeah. It's so peaceful out here sometimes. Not sometimes, but most of the time, it's very peaceful out here in the garden. And I appreciate you all very much for coming through and hitting the like button as you come in. We call that tilling up a little soil over here on this side. And look at me. I don't never. I just be rolling with it. I am so sorry. I see Angel, you was typed in the chat. Y'all know I'm bad at this. Going through the comments and everything, but I appreciate y'all so much for understanding. Angel, I finally started some lettuce and spinach indoors. Girl, I know that's gonna be good, good, good. Yes, goodness. Let me know when they break through that soil, child. Let me know when they break through the soil. Good morning, Korean. Good morning, GBW. Hello. Wait a minute, let me move. Oh, BBW. No, that's how I knew I was saying something wrong because I know I done seen that name in here before. How you doing this morning, BBW? Um, do cayenne pepper work for pests? You know what? I ain't never used that, but let me. I just told you a few minutes ago. I'm looking over there. I wonder if I need to figure out do it work too. Cause I seen something. They got this app or something like that there where you supposed to be able to like scan your plants and stuff. Hey Shay, you supposed to be able to like scan your plants to like for it to tell you like what's wrong with. Y'all know these computers trying to take over and do everything for your child. But anyway, but I seen on one of the commercials or something like if something wrong with one of the plants or something that it is supposed to work. But uh I don't know. That's something I need to look up because I don't like using pest control stuff. I don't really trust when they be saying like it's organic stuff or whatever. Like I told y'all, I got that BT and I'll use it every now and then, but it ain't something like I want to be out here um like spraying on my food. And I know we have definitely be having bugs and stuff like that. And I haven't been doing good with coming out and clipping the bottom limbs and stuff on the plants. And I'm gonna get back into that. That takes some time for me to get back into it, especially when the presence of the snake been here and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm too busy looking around for, whatever. But definitely going out here and looking around today that I can see that there are worms and pests and stuff. And that's why I continuously be throughout the season. Like there's a couple of my tomato plants that died out, but I've already gone over there and I've put other tomatoes in the place of the ones that are like dying out or whatever. And you know, I keep it going in that way. I ain't gonna one thing you gonna do is you gonna continue to see some food growing over there. So I almost feel like too that like this is so much sunlight in this area where I got the tomatoes, and I feel like they don't catch a break. Out there where the tomatoes are is there's never any break from the sun. it's sun out there cooking, point blank period, all day long. So I even think that it would be a good idea for me possibly to switch, um where I have the sunflowers and that I don't know. I told y'all I'm learning as I grow. See, all of my other gardens that I had before, nothing was ever in the direct sunlight. But with these different climate changes and everything is changing. Stuff is so different. Even back when I had my old garden before, years and years ago, I didn't use fertilizer and stuff out there in my garden, and my stuff grew just fine. I don't know it's because we had real fertile land or whatever over there in that area. I don't know. I never used fertilizers and stuff. I didn't start using fertilizers I started doing the um until I started doing the garden beds, above the ground or whatever. That's when I started using fertilizers. But back in the days when I had my first garden, mm-mm, I never used fertilizers. Never. Nope, I didn't. I didn't start using it until we moved out here to this property. So, um, but yeah, the cayenne pepper, uh, let me find out. The cayenne pepper work for the pest control. Be out here sprinkling that junk all around the place, and it can't be too much that you need or whatever. But yeah, I definitely see we got some issues going on out here. Nothing that can't be resolved or whatever. If I was okay with bugs and stuff like that, it would just be easy for me to go out there and just pick them off of there and everything. But mm-mm, I ain't doing that. 'Cause I don't like worms. Make my skin crawl. But maybe now that it is summertime and the kids are out of school and I don't have to get up early in the morning, maybe I can do it where I can switch myself around, because normally what I do is in the morning times I stay out here in the garden all day long while they at school and everything, and then when it's time for them to come out of school, then I try to transition into the inside the house and do all housework and stuff like that while I'm in there, or deal with situations that they got to deal with, stuff on the inside of the house. um and then switch it up, do that stuff in the morning time, and then come out here in the garden in the evening time when the sun start to go down. When it ain't so intense, because mostly everything out here is in the direct sunlight. Um, except for over here where the sunflowers and the broccoli are. So we'll figure it out. And the one thing I do notice today, that when I came out in the garden, I didn't come out here and tell y'all nothing about what was ugly out here at first. I told y'all only about the nice things that's out here, the harvest that we got from out here and everything. And now I can tell y'all what's annoying me. Because I talked about the pretty things first. You see how those weeds and stuff on the ground, I be wanting to see nothing but I want to see nothing but the gray or either the black dirt, according to whether the top of the soil is wet or whatever. I hate seeing the weeds. The only reason that we seeing weeds this time is because ain't nobody cutting down no trees, which guess I should be excited about that right there. But ain't nobody trimming no trees or no none of that. So like I could get me some wood chips to put around my plants and stuff. So, I guess this my season where God said you can't dress everything up and make it look pretty. all the time. Sometimes we gotta have some weeds in it. So usually I have it lined up. I have 6, 7, 8 piles of wood chips or whatever, um, spread all over the place. And now I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Let me quit. Ooh. And I told my daughter, I said, "You gonna cut this thing down right here?" She thought I was gonna ask her to do something. And she lit up when I said to her, um, that I want her to cut that garden bed down up there. She's like, that? Yeah, I need to bring it in. I have to be able to. I bought it up high so that I can be able to do everything in it without bending my back and everything. So now it's like I got it up where I needed to be at, and I still can't clean the weeds and stuff from out of it. So that right there ain't working for me. So she just cutting all of the zip ties that I use to put it together, and pulling out the sticks that I put in the ground to make it to help sturdy it up. And then once we get all of that stuff taken down right there, then I'm gonna scrape the sides of it, make it skinnier so I can be able to reach the back of it, and then put it back together. So maybe this time, what they say, the third time is the charm. I already done put it together 2 times, and now this the third time. She gonna take it. She taking it loose this time. I took it loose all the other time. So she taking it loose now, and then we'll probably end up putting it back together, which is something we'll do later on, because once I knock the sides of it down, I am absolutely collecting all of my soil that come from out of there. Yes, ma'am. So um, I'm just waiting. That's a little light work for her to do. While the sun is out, and plus it's shaded in that area just like a little bit or whatever. So, and I think what I'm gonna do is once we get it put back up there together, which ain't gonna take a long time to put it back together. Um, I'm gonna go around that whole bed up there, and any of my potatoes that have sprouts on it, I'm gonna plant that whole bed out with potatoes, and keep on doing that until I don't have 3 months left in this season to be able to plant them. So since right now, and then once I did potatoes in it all season, then when it come back around again, and it start to get cool up there, which it can't, potatoes don't grow in the cool weather. So I will go back to putting lettuce there and spinach. It'll be in the right place. Then at that time, I usually put spinach up there in that bed, in those beds. So, but for right now, I'm gonna put potatoes up there because I just can't have no soil, no perfectly good soil just sitting around and it ain't growing nothing in it. So, yeah, we gonna get some stuff planted um back in that part of the garden. So we got the teamwork going on today. And during the summertime, I at least try to get them to come out here. This is my hobby. This is what I like to do or whatever. And they like to see the stuff growing, and they like to eat the stuff that's out here. In the summertime, I require them to at least come out and get an hour of find something in the garden for you to do. And usually this during the time when my kids find them a little area in the yard and they grow their own stuff. Because then that means they ain't got to come out here and listen to mama say, do this. Even though every now and then I do require them to come out here and do certain things in the garden. Absolutely do. It's this because this garden is beneficial to them as well as it is to me, Um, but then instead of them coming out and going into my space, to do things, whatever it is that they growing, they can take that time to repot some things that they got going, because they got um trees and stuff growing inside of the flower pots and stuff like that. So every now and then you have to up pot it if you don't want to stun its growth. you know Keep it growing. So they create their own stuff, so they don't have to come into my stuff. And that's fine with me as long as they coming out and getting their hour out in the yard. But here lately they've been coming out playing ball in the yard and stuff like that in the afternoon. So as long as they doing that, I don't be bothering with them. But y'all, as long as I have me a shaded area, I can come out here. Yeah, free wood chips. How you doing, J Mac? Free wood chips. I told y'all anything that I can get free and beneficial. So let me tell you how the um free wood chips work, right? So here in Florida, say you get a tree or something, you get a trimming service to come out to your property and cut trees down. Sometimes the people you're cutting the trees down for, they don't want the wood chips. So those tree trimming services have to take those wood chips to the dump. And when they take it there, it's not free. I think they have to pay upwards of $100+ maybe it's $200, because that's when I knew about it, when my husband was in the business. They have to pay a good chunk of money to go and dump those trucks, which means they have to pay it so that they can empty their trucks for the next day of work. So if you can find a good old person that wants wood chips dumped in their yard, that means to them they've saved two, maybe $300 at this point, that they didn't have to go and pay to get rid of the wood chips from out of there. So it's not that they don't want to give it to you. It's just that this time of the year, they ain't really did a whole bunch of trimming, but because the winter time just left, stuff doesn't really grow. The foliage is starting to come in and grow out, and then people start looking at their trees and stuff, saying they want to put them down. So now would be the time that people are gonna start getting it done. So it just ain't ran into no people. We actually have a guy that lives out here where we live at that has his own tree trimming service, and the reason why we usually keep up with it, because he don't never have no shortage of coming out here and dumping us some just right now. He ain't cutting down the type of situation that we want. Off the side of it, because it's the only way I'm gonna get it to go in. So yeah, that's kind of like the story of the free wood chips and everything. And they have here in Florida, there are so many stations where like there's places you can go to that they have them there, but you have to have You have to have a trailer or something like that that you can go out there and put it onto your trailer, and you can take it away for free. So we got there's free wood chips, and they probably have them in y'all area too. I hope y'all ain't going out paying for no wood chips or no nothing. I know in certain areas that you do have to, but I'm more than positive there is places everywhere that people can go to get free wood chips. You just have to have something. You get you some 5-gallon buckets and fill your 5-gallon buckets up with the wood chips at those places or whatever. Or get you a little small trailer or something like that. However you have to do it. Get you some big old bags and go and fill you some garbage bags up with them, and take it. But yeah, you can definitely get free wood chips from different places. Look it up in your area. If you into gardening and everything, and don't and for those of you all don't know, if you go in a grocery store or something, you see they be selling like tomato plants and stuff like that right there. You can buy um plants that grow food and stuff on them with food stamps. So, you know, nobody ain't got no excuse as to, and I think I even heard I think you can buy seeds with your food stamp card too. If I ain't mistaken, I think I heard somebody say in the Dollar Tree that you can buy seeds, to start you a garden with out of the Dollar Tree with food stamps. And I think Dollar Tree seeds be like you can get 4 packs of seeds for $1. $1.25, I think it is now. Again, no excuse. Um and then too, for you ones that don't really like working around out in the garden or whatever, you don't have to go out there and do a whole bunch. I mean, you have to make it do what it do for you. Go out there and sprinkle some seeds on the ground and water it every now and then and go on back in the house. I guarantee you, when you see something start to grow out of there, even though you don't like going out there messing with it, when you see your seed come above the ground, you're going to be out there messing around with them plants, honey, because you're going to be so excited that all I did was throw some seeds out on the ground and they grew. So, you know, come on now. $1.25 for 4 packs of seeds. Go and pick out some seeds that I like to eat this right here. Go and get you a pack of seeds and go, your sidewalk where you walk out of your house to go to your car or something right there. Sprinkle them seeds right there on the ground. You gonna mess around one day, come home from work or something, or you walking out to your car or something, and you gonna look down there and you gonna see that thing come up, and all of a sudden you gonna become a gardener just like that. I'm trying to tell you how I go. All you gotta see is, oh my gosh, I got a breakthrough. My seed done came above the ground. You're a whole gardener after that point. You locked and loaded. Nobody won't be able to tell you nothing. And then as soon as something go wrong with them or whatever, you're gonna be online looking for what the heck wrong with my tomato plant. She died. Something wrong with her. Gonna be just like that. I'm trying to tell you now. It's like days and I come out here and I be like, I do not feel like doing nothing in this garden. But ain't watering doing something in the garden? This is so peaceful. It's so extremely hot to be out here trying to be in the direct sunlight, but to sit out here and listen to the water sprinklers and look at that pretty yellow that represents peace and happiness for us over here in the with the high class gardens. Um, it's something peaceful about just doing that. Only thing now is I need me a ice machine that probably will never make ice out here. And ew, that ice machines is so disgusting. I done seen some people go and get ice machines and they took them bad boys loose in the back. And what I seen going on in all that stuff that's be going through them ice machines, child, y'all better open up the back of y'all ice machine and look at all of that stuff that be growing through those pipes and everything. Oh my gosh, make me scared to buy ice and stuff, get ice and stuff from the store. And I be loving that crushed ice. Maybe that's a reason for me to get my own ice machine. Cause then I can look at it and see my own self when it need to be cleaned out. You don't know what you getting when you go to these stores and get it. Mm. But yeah, all I need now is I need me a good old big cup of ice and some lemonade and me a one of them old plastic lawn chairs that make that clicking noise when you fold them the way you want them to, so I can lay in the middle of one of these aisles and let the water sprinkler just sprinkle on top of me. Nice glass of ice lemonade with my sunglasses on, chilling. I'm telling y'all about that, but I'm gonna find me one. I'm gonna go find me one of them old lawn chairs like that back in the days. You know, you don't be seeing them no more. The ones with the little plastic slips on it. You know, you think a person that's about 400 pounds can sit in one, and then it's that thing gonna fold up on them, or it's gonna break or something. Now, child, them things hold a whole lot. You know, even though I ain't upwards in those in that weight range no more, but you know, I'm talking about the good old chairs from back in the day. I want me one of them. You know, the fold out. You know, that's like a little bed. I need me one of them little plastic bathtub pillows so I can prop my neck up or whatever, and you know, then lay back and cross my feet and just let the sprinklers come around and spray me out. That sounds fun, don't it? I'm gonna do that one of these days. Watch. God, there's two lizards that's sitting next to me and they going at it. They having a fight. Y'all here in Florida, after a while, we gonna be having them dinosaur lizards. Y'all know that I think that they were saying like the iguanas and stuff like that is mating with the regular lizards and stuff like that. So now it's like here in Florida. And they used to be down in like towards Miami way and everything. Like they have these big old huge lizards that's walking around. Now when you go to Gifford, you see they in Gifford lizards that be like these lizards are like a inch. They are inch thick. I'm talking about the how wide they is. And these lizards are being like a foot long and stuff. We ain't never used to see no junk like that back in Guilford. Back in the days, we ain't seen nothing like that. Now you seeing like they starting to get when we go to Guilford and stuff, because you know, um you take trailers and stuff lying there like them lizards and stuff be they hitch rides and stuff on your vehicles and stuff when you go different places, so they move them around. And now I can see that those bigger lizards are getting closer and closer to here in Orlando. We stopped at a store that's like midway between Orlando and Guilford, and we seen them big old lizards there. Now my husband was like, "Look at them, they getting closer." So yeah, the lizards are. Child, we gonna have dinosaurs. We gonna have dinosaurs back again after a while with the way these lizards looking down here in Florida. Is any of y'all got them big old huge lizards like that? And the child, to me, that's like the equivalent of having a snake. Having a big old lizard like that. They all at the laundromat there in Gifford. Well, not in Gifford, but this actually was in Vero. Walking around at the laundromat just like they little people or something. Like, what in the world is going on here? For those of you all who came through, I just like to thank you all for coming through and chilling with me. You know, on some days I have conversations, and some days we just come out and we just enjoy the garden, the sprinklers out in the garden. Sometimes it's just nice to sit out and enjoy nature, point blank, period. Suck in the air of, breathe in the day, you know. But it's also good to check in on ourselves, and our garden is a representation of who we are. Um, every day in my garden, I tell y'all, there's stuff that constantly dies out here. I don't know why it's dying, um, but I don't let it sit. I pull up the dead stuff and I put new things in the ground. I figure the way that I can look at those things is on a day on a day-to-day basis. There are things in my life that I want to cut away. I don't want to be like those things anymore. And the death of some of those plants is a representation of those things that I deem that I want to get rid of. I want to grow in those areas. I make that as a representation of those things are dying off in my life. And the new seed that I put in the ground is a new representation of new things always happening in my life. I'm always a representation of growth. So no matter how much death you see happening out here in my garden, there's also new growth that's happening at the same time. At the same time. So get make your garden mean to you whatever it means to you, and grow with your garden. Um and that's what we do over here as high class gardeners. The high class part just means we don't play around with bugs, snakes, and worms. And we also apply that to real life too, because in real life, we don't play with those kinds of things, those kind of people. No, none of that stuff. We don't do that. So that's what a high class gardener is. Other than that, and how you get rid of those bugs, Miss Shauna, then if you don't do all of that. Okay, that's what we got husbands and kids and stuff that ain't scared of none of those kinds of things. And then if you scared of those things, then you probably gotta be one of those people that use some of those those things to get rid of some pests and stuff off of your plants and everything. But we ain't gonna knock you for it as long as you steady growing it on a day-to-day basis. We ain't gonna knock you for using none of that. So at least you will know what you putting on your own stuff, and not depending on what the store say. And they say that it's organic stuff, and you don't really know if it's organic unless you, my dear, are the one that's growing it. Are you going to somebody's house who you know that's growing stuff and they not putting no pesticides on their stuff? That's the only way you gonna know, is if you doing it yourself. Dinosaurs, are you sure? J Mac, I'm positive uh, we about to have dinosaurs back on this earth again. Girl, you don't, J Mac, you don't believe me? Go look up in Florida what the new what the new listen. I was gonna call them dinosaurs already. Go look up in Florida specifically Let's start with Miami. Go to and look up. Oops, sorry. Go look up in Miami what the lizards looking like over there in Miami, so you can see, girl, they already passed. They baby dinosaurs already. So we gonna have dinosaurs. I'm telling you, give it about a good give it about another good 5 years, and I'm telling you, we gonna have dinosaurs walking around this thing. Cause you ain't gotta take my word for it. I'm telling you, go look it up. What the lizards in Miami looking like right now, honey? They look just like little iguanas and stuff already. Like, do you harvest your flower seeds and eat them? Yes, I show in one of the videos the other day. I actually went up to the sunflower and you can see the seeds, like these ones that's hanging right now. You can see that these are white sunflower seeds. That's the big jumbo sunflower seeds. So the seeds in them are so big that you can see them poking out of the head of the flower right now. They so big and pretty. Um, yeah, so we gonna harvest. That's the what I do with them is usually when we harvest, we bake some and we eat some of them, and then the others, we feed to the chickens and everything. So I've been saying for a long time that I was gonna plant a field of them, and this is the most that I've planted at one time in one area. So I got an area over there on that side, on the other side where the water sprinkler is going at. It has tomatoes there, but for whatever reason, the tomatoes keep like dying out in that area. I think I'm gonna go over there and till that area up again and put some fertilizer down in the ground, and season it up real good and plant some more sunflower seeds over there and see what they do over there in that area. All I'm worried about is just keep on growing, point blank period. Put something down in the ground and just keep, you know. But my husband put it into a great perspective. He say, "What's the use in having all of this property and all we growing is grass? Won't it be so much more beneficial if we growing food versus growing grass?" you know, in this good old, soil and stuff. So when he said that, I think that was one of the best lines he ever gave to me right there was, "What's the use in growing all this grass when we can grow food? Plant seeds of joy, fertilize with love, water daily with kindness, and reap a bountiful harvest." Amen to that, Shay. Couldn't have been said no better. Fertilize with love. Cause I said even earlier in the video, I have not. I've had a garden before and I never used fertilizer in it. I didn't even know nothing about fertilizer. I was just out there doing. And I'm telling you, I was harvesting like everybody else. Did my stuff grow huge and you you know big and all of that stuff? No, it didn't. But it grew just as good as for me. It grew great. It grew awesome for me. I thought I did fairly well. And if I did well enough for FEMA to pay me for it, then I did absolutely amazing. Sure did. FEMA paid me for my garden. It was so big at one point. That was the garden I never put fertilizer on it. You know, I guess God said, Here's a good fertile piece of land. This way you make your garden at right here." So it had everything that it needed. I did look it up, and it says there are lizards invading Florida. Oh, I told J Mac, I told you, you ain't got to take my word for it. Go and look it up, and you can see. So if you anywhere near Florida, just know in probably the next 10 years, y'all gonna be seeing those the invasions of the baby dinosaur. Cause I promise you, I was shocked when we went back home, went back to home to visit Miami for my husband and everything, cause that's where he was born and raised in the area. Man, please, when we went down there, I was like, what the heck is that? Whole dang on lizard. So I think the lizards and the iguanas are mating together or whatever. I don't know what the heck going on, but when I tell you, within 5 to 10 years, we're gonna have dinosaurs back walking this land again. And all you gotta do is go and look up them pictures, like I just told you. J Max say she went and looked, and she see, she see they invading Florida. And if they invading Florida, then where they came from? Where they came from? Cross the water? They swam across the water or whatever? I don't know. Where they invade? Where they coming from? But I'm telling you, we got some monster lizards over here in Florida. Monsters. And I'm telling you, I start having to deal with them out here. Man, please, that's like to me, they're gonna be looking like the gremlins or something. The way these things looking. But you all, I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. I plan on coming back live again later on and dropping the link. But I already said to y'all, you know, don't hold me to it, just in case it don't happen. I have to see how my day go. Life be really happening over here. So we gonna see. Plus we got some Shalissa back over this way visiting again, so she might stop by. So life be full of surprises and stuff over here. So I don't know what all her plans is for the day or whatever, but she in the area, and so you never know what's gonna happen throughout the day. So, but I'm gonna continue living life. This has been Life with Tashanna over here, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you gonna get when you come through and visit. But I appreciate you for stopping through. Appreciate you. And if you don't mind, if you didn't already hit the like and share with somebody, I know I'll be doing a lot of quiet time and stuff sometimes here. I just want you to suck in the peace that comes with this over here along with me. So, yes, we do have quiet times, and then there's times I'll probably be talking so much, I'll be like, girl, hush, let us hear the sprinkles or whatever. And that's all right too. But you you had enough harvest to feed you and your family. That's all that counts. Absolutely. Every time my family reaps a whole lot of benefits from out here in this garden. And just like I said, if we had no other food anywhere else in our house, we got enough tomatoes out here that as long as they tomatoes there and they green, they are edible. If they already growing tomatoes on them, we can eat them right now. Where they got this thing called fried green tomatoes. We can come out here on any given day. We got enough of them laying on the ground over there, big chunky ones laying on the ground that we can decide to go and pick them up right now and take them in the house and slice them up and make some fried green tomatoes. That's some good eating all by itself. But yeah, yesterday my husband picked me 6 strawberries out here in the garden and then came back later and thought I wasn't gonna do nothing with them. No, I ate all 6 of them strawberries because that's a rare thing that you run into out in our garden because the kids be on that bush in the morning time. And my daughter still was able to go out there. She came home and made her some strawberry pancakes yesterday. So, yeah, I absolutely, J Mac. Long as my garden feeding me and benefiting me and my family, that's amazing all on its own. But you all create your garden and feed you and your family with your garden. And come over and tell us about it when you get ready to do it or after it's already done. Share with us. Sharing is caring. But you all, I will see you all later on this afternoon if the Lord's will. Um, but you all go out and enjoy this beautiful Saturday. Ooh, I'm loving that overcast right now. Yes, goodness. You do the same thing. See y'all later.